Who are you? I don't suppose you have an answer for that, do you? Since I don't know who you are, either. What about you? What about you? You've been watching us the whole time. You got something smart? Something funny? Something brilliant, incisive? I didn't think so. So now we're back to you. What do you think is going on? I don't pay attention to him. You tell me. No, he's not saying anything. Just keep him there. You keep focused. You keep focused right here. You're not gonna pay attention to this guy either. Right now, it's just me and you. And Mr. Blue and Mr. Red have nothing to contribute to this conversation. You shut it. You do too. It's like two cats, or a dog and another dog. These animals are not contributing to the conversation. But if I'm smart, and I am smart, and I outwit myself every day, I am going to listen to Mr. Red and Mr. Blue, because here we are, speaking face to face with Mr. and Mrs. Green. I'm tired. I'm not just tired physically or existentially. There's a theory called the bicameral mind, just to say that primitive man, mythological man, had a split brain, two hemispheres that were in dialogue with each other, and one side was felt to be the human and the other side was felt to be a god or a goddess. Julian Jaynes, the breakdown of the bicameral mind. Well, for me that's not quite enough. I have a tricameral mind. Over here is Mr. Red. Over here is Mr. Blue. And here is Mr. and Mrs. Green. Now, being a guy with a masculine core, I have two entities to the left and right that are masculine, and then a synthesis and a feminine, but I will not do anything without the approval of Mr. and Mrs. Green here in the center. Now, Mr. Blue and Mr. Red are very concerned that I might not be living my life the way I should live it. Whereas Mr. and Mrs. Green here in the center, you've got a much deeper assessment of me and what I'm doing. Shut up. No, you shut the fuck up. And you, don't even follow on him. He gets started, doesn't mean you need to get started either. We're talking to Mr. and Mrs. Shut the fuck up. No, you get the fuck out of here then. I'll hang with Mr. Yeah, see? It doesn't work like that. I can't just hang with Mr. Blue without Mr. Red going all jealous. Okay. Mr. and Mrs. Green. Mr. and Mrs. Green, I come to you with questions. These cats right here, they have my right ear and my left ear, and they're constantly talking inside and trying to tell me how to live my life. But you, Mr. and Mrs. Green, understand that there's such a deeper level. What is that level? I don't get you. You're like the riddle I'm always trying to crack. And these two nincompoops are always messing with my mind. Through the right ear, through the left ear, the bicameral mind, but I have a tricameral mind. Now the tricameral mind is essentially mystery, which is why I keep coming to you with these questions that I am. It's like the German poet Rilke said in Letters to a Young Poet, you just live the questions. That's who you are. Mr. and Mrs. Green. Shut the fuck up! I tried. And if this goofball, if she gets started on me right now, I will go berserk. Because I am trying to live the mystery. I just yelled. I shouldn't have yelled. There will be people coming here to take me away. Do you want to be my friend tonight? What about you? Because I can be friends with both of you guys. You don't have to be constantly pulling me by the hair or by the ear or by the nose or by the chin. I can be here and I can be integrated. And I can focus my energy on Mr. and Mrs. Green. You know that, right? It doesn't have to be either or, right brain, left brain, Mr. Red, Mr. Blue. I don't have to be chronically divided. I can be a slipstream of Mr. and Mrs. Green. You know how tired I am? Do you know that I'm not? You keep thinking that I am. You keep thinking that I am. But what you're doing, Mr. Red, or are you Mr. Blue? I can't even remember anymore. It's been so long since I had a lucid mind. You guys are fighting with each other. It's like a constant crossfire of perspectives and information and dogma and theology and doctrine. All I want is Mr. and Mrs. Green. Do you know I don't even know you guys? I don't even know your first name. Shut the fuck up. I don't even know what you like to call yourself. You know? Mr. Blue, what kind of name is that? Mr. Red, where did you come up with those names? Huh? What is it about you? What is hurting inside of your heart? That you go around with this kind of anonymous visage where you don't reveal your true identity and you hide behind this false name of Mr. Red and Mr. Blue. Do you guys even know each other? Have you even met? Or you just keep shouting across my brain? Is it any wonder that all I can think about all day is Mr. and Mrs. Green when you guys are going at it? You're constantly bickering and you were driving me mad. You were driving me crazy. There's a notion of self-knowledge, and this notion is like I'm drowning in an ocean, in this notion of self-knowledge, and you fuckers are fucking me up. You fuckers are fucking me. You're fucking me real good. All I can see is green. Green is the knowledge. Green is how I know who I am. Green is self-knowledge. But I'm awfully confused. 'Cause green is the color of money, too. And they say that money is the root of all evil. Is it true, Mr. Red, Mr. Blue? Is it true? That Mr. and Mrs. Green is actually money? Is that what you're doing to me now? Is that it? Okay. It's just in my head. It's just in my head. It's just in my head. Mr. and Mrs. Green don't really exist as they seem. Mr. Blue and Mr. Red, that's a dream. There is no bicameral mind, there is no tricameral mind. There is the quadracameral mind. 4 minds, not 2 minds, not 3 minds, 4 minds. Not red, not blue, not green. What color is your mind? How many voices are in your mind? Who is the authority in your mind? Who is the master in your mind? Who is the slave in your mind? And when you're tired, why don't you have the strength